The scanner beeped 3 times, then fell silent. Commander Vask stared at the display, his 4 eyes blinking in sequence like a broken traffic light. "Run it again," he said. Technician Mira didn't argue. She'd learned not to question the commander when his voice dropped to that particular octave. Her 6 fingers danced across the control panel, initiating another full-spectrum analysis of the creature strapped to the examination table. The human didn't move. It just watched them with those unsettling forward-facing eyes, tracking their movements with a precision that made Vask's skin ripple uncomfortably. "Results are identical, sir," Mira reported, her voice cracking slightly. "The genetic markers are contradictory." "Contradictory," Vask repeated, tasting the word like spoiled food. "That's a diplomatic way of saying our equipment is malfunctioning." "Sir, I've recalibrated twice. The scanner is functioning perfectly." Vask approached the containment field, stopping just outside the shimmering barrier. The human tilted its head, a gesture that seemed almost curious. Almost friendly. But Vask had been a xenobiologist for 47 cycles, and he knew better than to trust surface appearances. "Prey species possess lateral eyes," he said, more to himself than to Mira. "Wide field of vision. 300 degrees, sometimes more. They need to see predators approaching from all angles." "Yes, sir. Predators have forward-facing eyes. Binocular vision. Depth perception for tracking prey, calculating distance for the kill." Mira nodded, even though Vask wasn't looking at her. "So explain to me, technician, how this creature has the eye placement of a predator, the dietary flexibility of an omnivore, and the pursuit endurance of a persistence hunter." The human chose that moment to speak. Its voice was surprisingly soft, almost melodic. "Because evolution doesn't read your textbooks, friend." Vask's primary heart skipped a beat. "It speaks standard." The human corrected gently. "And yes, I learned your language from the computer console you so thoughtfully left active in my cell. 3 days was enough time. Your syntax is fairly intuitive once you understand the grammatical structure." Mira made a choking sound that might have been a laugh or a gasp of horror. "Possibly both." "You're designated as Specimen 42, Vask said, trying to regain control of the situation. "We don't use gendered pronouns for unclassified species." "How delightfully dehumanizing," the human replied. "I'm Maya, by the way. Maya Torres. From Earth. 3rd planet, Sol System, Orion Arm. I'd shake your hand, but—" She gestured at the restraints with her chin. Vask ignored the introduction. "Your genetic scan indicates you should be prey. You have the anxiety responses, the adrenaline spikes, the fight or flight mechanisms. But you also have the hunting adaptations. The throwing accuracy. The tool usage sophistication. The cooperative pack behavior." "Sounds about right," Maya agreed cheerfully. "That's impossible." Vask snapped, his composure finally cracking. "You can't be both. Biology doesn't work that way. Every species in the galactic database falls clearly into one category or the other. Predator or prey. Hunter or hunted. You can't occupy both ecological niches simultaneously." Maya's lips curved into something that might have been a smile. "Want to know a secret, Commander?" Despite himself, Vask leaned closer. "Humans were prey once," Maya said softly. "We got hunted by things with bigger teeth, sharper claws, stronger muscles. Big cats. Bears. Crocodiles. Things that could end us in seconds if they caught us. Then how did you survive?" "We got creative," Maya said, and now her smile definitely had teeth in it. "We realized we couldn't outrun them. Couldn't outfight them. So we outthought them. We made tools. We made weapons. We learned to hunt in groups, to communicate, to plan. That standard prey adaptation, Mira interjected. Safety in numbers. Sure, Maya agreed. Except we didn't stop there. We didn't just survive. We got good at it. Really good. Persistence hunting, Commander Vask. You know what that is? Vask's skin had gone pale blue. He knew. We don't chase prey and catch it in a sprint, Maya continued. We jog after it. For hours. For days if necessary. We're not fast, but we're relentless. We don't overheat like most animals. We just keep coming. Keep tracking. Keep following. The prey runs until it physically can't anymore, until its muscles give out, until its heart explodes from exhaustion. And then we walk up to it, calmly, and finish the job. The room had gone very quiet. So yeah, Maya said into the silence. We're prey that became predators. We're the thing that got hunted so much we learned to hunt everything else. We're pack animals with persistence, hunter endurance, and tool-using intelligence and enough anxiety to fuel a small star. We're walking contradictions. We're the species that looked at the food chain and said, actually, we'll take the top spot now, thanks. Commander Vask took 3 steps backward. Myra's data pad clattered to the floor, the sound echoing through the observation chamber like a gunshot. Neither she nor Vask moved to retrieve it. They were too busy watching Maya, who sat perfectly still in her restraints, that unsettling smile still playing at the corners of her mouth. You're afraid of me, Maya observed. Not a question. A statement. That's interesting. We're not afraid, Vask said, but his voice betrayed him with a tremor he couldn't quite suppress. We're simply reassessing the threat classification. Right. Reassessing. Maya's eyes tracked a maintenance drone as it skittered across the ceiling, following its movement with the kind of focused intensity that made Vask's secondary heart start hammering. Tell me something, Commander. When you first spotted our ship, what did you think you'd found? Some easy target? Primitive species ripe for cataloging? Vask didn't answer. He didn't need to. Maya could read it on his face, in the way his breathing had shifted, in the subtle color changes rippling across his skin. You've been monitoring Earth, Maya continued. I saw the data files while I was learning your language. Very thorough surveillance. You noted our conflicts, our wars, the fact that we spend an alarming amount of time fighting each other. Standard prey behavior, Mira whispered. Herd animals fighting over resources and territory. Exactly what we thought, Maya agreed. And that's what makes humans so dangerous. You saw us fighting each other and assumed we were weak. Divided. Easy prey. She leaned forward as far as the restraints would allow, and both aliens instinctively stepped back. Here's what you missed, though. Humans don't fight each other because we're weak. We fight each other because we're bored. Because there's nothing else left to hunt. We climbed to the top of our planet's food chain so thoroughly, so completely, that we ran out of challenges. So we make our own. We test ourselves against each other because there's nothing else dangerous enough to test us. That's insane, Vask breathed. That's humanity, Maya corrected. We're the species that invented extreme sports because regular life wasn't risky enough. We jump out of aircraft for fun, Commander. We strap ourselves to rockets and shoot into space knowing there's a decent chance we'll explode or suffocate or freeze. We do it anyway. Because we're curious. Because we're driven. Because somewhere deep in our DNA, we're still those terrified prey animals running from the lions, except now we're the lions and we're looking for something bigger to chase. Vask's hand moved unconsciously toward the emergency containment protocols. What do you want? Want? Maya laughed, and it was a sound without much humor in it. I want you to understand what you've done. You grabbed 6 humans off a colony ship. 6. You thought you'd study us, classify us, add us to your database like we're some kind of space butterfly collection. Standard procedure for newly discovered species, Vask said weakly. Sure. And here's the thing about humans and our standard procedure. When you take one of us, the others come looking. Not because of some noble rescue mission. Not because we value individual life above all else. We come looking because you took something that belonged to us, and we don't forgive that. We don't forget that. We're vengeful, Commander Vask. It's a prey trait and a predator trait, and we've perfected both. Mira was frantically typing on a backup console. Sir, I'm detecting 17 ships entering this sector. Unknown configuration. Energy signatures they're massive. Human ships? Vask asked, though he already knew the answer. I'm guessing that's my ride, Maya said pleasantly. Probably my wife leading the fleet. She's got a temper, that one. Lieutenant Kira Torres. Best tactical officer in the Colonial Defense Force. She's also got a very particular set of skills acquired over a very long career. We'll activate the station defenses, Vask said, but his hands were shaking too badly to reach the controls. You could try that, Maya agreed. Or you could release me and my 5 friends, let us get back on our shuttle, and maybe my wife won't turn this entire station into an expanding debris field. She's reasonable like that. Sometimes. This is a council-protected research facility, Vask protested. There are treaties, protocols, diplomatic channels. Commander, Mira interrupted, her voice rising with panic. The lead human ship just sent a message. Text only. 4 words. What does it say? Mira swallowed hard. Give them back. Please. The please hit Vask harder than any threat could have. It was somehow worse than aggression, worse than weapons fire. It was the veneer of civilization stretched paper thin over something vast and terrible and patient. Maya nodded approvingly. See, Kira's learned that other species respond better to politeness. She's adapting. We're good at that too. Adaptation. It's how we survived everything Earth threw at us. Ice ages. Plagues. Predators. Meteors. Each other. Vask's fingers finally found the restraint release. The containment field flickered and died. Maya stood slowly, rolling her shoulders, stretching muscles that had been locked in place for 3 days. For what it's worth, she said, walking toward the door without any apparent concern that they might try to stop her, this doesn't have to be a terrible first contact story. Release the others. Let us go. File your reports. And maybe next time we meet, we'll talk about trade agreements instead of threat assessments. She paused at the threshold, looking back over her shoulder. Oh, and Commander? Update your database. Under Earth. Under humans. Don't put us in the predator category. Don't put us in the prey category. Make a new one. What category? Vask asked, his voice barely a whisper. Maya's smile was all teeth now. Survivors. Friends, if you are enjoying our videos and want to watch new and exciting sci-fi and HFY stories every day, then don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure to turn on the bell icon so you never miss any of our latest uploads. Like the video and share it with your friends as well, so our community can continue to grow and bring you even more amazing content.